Okay, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about moving to St. Kitts and some things that you should prepare for so you won't look back and go, damn, I wish I'd known this before I moved. One of the things I want to tell you is if you're moving to St. Kitts, you can actually bring all your stuff to St. Kitts, and it's duty-free as long as it's used, okay? Now, what you can do is you can get something, things that you think you might need in St. Kitts. What I would do is maybe buy, if you think you're gonna need it, real quick, then buy it, hold it for at least 6 months before you move to St. Kitts. And don't have it in some sort of new looking box, and make sure if they've got a question, you got a receipt on when you bought it. So, they'll know it's used. But I'm gonna tell you something, it can save you a lot of money because duty is pretty high on appliances and stuff here. So these are some things that I would be planning ahead of time, and it will save you a lot. Now, when you come to St. Kitts, I'll tell you something else that'll save you a lot of money, okay? They do have websites. When you work with us, I can go through all this stuff with you more in detail, but we've got people, you can get stuff that's used furniture that looks almost like new. And you can get it off certain websites down here, and you can buy it as cheap as you can buy it in the U.S. Okay, there are all kinds of ways you can. The only reason I'm telling you about bringing your own stuff is some people have antiques and stuff that there's just no way. They're family heirlooms that you're just not going to get rid of, and those you can bring down. But don't bring them down after you move here for a while and be here, because then if you start shipping your stuff down here, they're going to kill you on duty on used stuff, okay? So you need to bring it when you come. And you can also, like I said, you can get things that are used off these websites on people that are leaving the island, okay? Now, we've got two medical schools and a veterinarian school here. And these people know that they're going to be here for a while, and then they're going to take off and leave. Okay, I think the vet school, I think it's 2 years for the vet school, and so they're going to be here, and then they're going to be gone. It's either 2 or 4 years, I can't remember. But this is a way you can pick up. I would not pick up cars though. A lot of the younger ones beat up these cars pretty bad. If you're going to get a car and bring it in, two of the best ways that I have found to do it is go to a rent-a-car place and get one that's got fairly low mileage and then get it checked out. The other way is to go to JapaneseVehicles.com. It's in Japan. You can pick up a car, no joke. I'll tell people this and they think I'm joking. You can pick up a car there for $400 US. I bought one for $400 US and had 20,000 miles on the car. Okay, and I've had that car. You won't believe this. I think I bought it in 2013. It's incredible how good it drives. It's the year 2000. It's incredible how good that thing drives. It's a Nissan Cube. But you can and people can repair the foreign cars really easy down here. So those are the two places I would get a car from, okay? They've got good mechanics down here. I've got one that's real good I can refer you to. And I can refer you to some of the other people, because I have been through quite a few people to find the ones that are trustworthy, don't try to jilt you, from electricians to plumbers to architects to building contractors to everything, okay? And it's important that you know that when you come to a new place. You want to get the right people, carpenters and people, that you can trust, that, do a good job. That's the key. So when you come here, if you don't want to bring your stuff, you want to leave it back in the States or store it or whatever, then there are websites, like I said, you can buy things for a lot cheaper price than buying it and then paying. Remember, the duties down here around over 50%. So you're going to be looking at, when you buy things here, you can pay a lot. Now, I'll tell you some things that will save you a lot of money too. Is when you come down here to St. Kitts, the best time to buy is from December through February, before Christmas and after Christmas. I've seen sales drop dramatically, 30, 40, 50%, 60% in some cases, okay? If you can just wait until that time period, and 3 good places to go, a place called TDC, Tom, Dan, Charles. TDC is a big place here. It's a publicly traded company. They have some really good deals right before Christmas. They've got a big sale that comes on. Horsford's, Horseford, they have real good deals usually in February. And they also have some there in December too. You just ask them when you come here. This is the thing, if you want to really cut back and get rid of these duties and crap, where they're cutting back so much, you won't get rid of them. The guys that you're buying from pay the duty. They've just cut back on the price where they end up eating the duty themselves. This is the time to be buying, okay? So you want to pick times like this to to get things at a real steep discount. Also, folks, if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen. We've got over 700 videos. This is where you're going to pick up a lot of good tips on how to do things. It's going to save you a lot of money on taxes, costs for goods and services. Also, I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And if you want to know more where we can help you, just go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. Okay, now, so we're looking at other ways that you can really cut back is when you come to St. Kitts, I would tell you, I know they're not going to like me saying this, but my advice to you is don't get rent-a-cars, okay? If you really want to cut back, stay in shape, walk, get a bicycle, or get a taxi. Let me tell you why. This is what I found out over, not just here, but just traveling all over the world. Where you're going to find out is usually when you get a rental-car, you're going to have some days that you sit on your butt and maybe you don't even use it. You got to pay, 60, 80, whatever, 80 bucks a day or whatever you're paying, and it's just sitting there and you didn't even use it, okay? The great thing about taxis is, number one is even when you get a rental car, you're still going to have to pay for the gas. And the great thing about also, if you get lost, you don't have to worry about that with a taxi. If you're taking your car, you're trying to sort around trying to find places and crap. A taxi driver knows where all this stuff is. Another thing I like about taxi drivers too, when you get down here, you go to a taxi stand and find a guy there that's sitting around, he's wanting regular business, and you're wanting to cut back on your costs, negotiate a deal with him. Get a taxi driver to take you around, okay? And work out, negotiate a deal, and just mention to him you need somebody a lot down here and cut a deal. You might be able to get, in fact, I've done it before, gotten really good deals with guys, negotiating, deals with him, and getting him to drive a lot. Now, the deal's going to be based on, if he continues doing this, if you're using him a lot as a driver, okay? So you want to try to be using him a lot, and so that can save you a lot there. Another thing too is if you're going to be going around the country, I'm going to tell you a way you can go around the country for almost free. You can take these, they're called high buses. They have, I call them high buses. Everybody else calls them buses. On the back of the license plate on the car, it's got either H or either HA, okay? Those buses can take you all the way around the aisle. I think it's like 4EC, all the way on the other end, which is 35 miles away, okay? And they will not go to the Southeast Peninsula, and they will not go to Frigate Bay. You only go from the interior all the way to the other end, northern part of the island. You would have to take a taxi otherwise. But you walk, take a bicycle, or whatever downtown, or take a taxi downtown, then you can pick up a high bus to take you anywhere around the country. And you can also negotiate a deal with the high bus guys, okay, when they're on their time off. on taking you around and stuff. These are ways, man, you can really cut back on high fees. Now the taxis are high here. To go from the airport to Frigate Bay, I think it's around 16 US bucks. It's 3 miles away. Okay, I could walk back in no time, about a few minutes, you know. So that being said, if you negotiate something with them, that's up to you and what you negotiate. So this can save you a lot of time and money. I'll tell you something I used to do too, because I like to stay in shape a lot. When you travel around not just here, but all over the world, one thing that I do a lot is I'll go in a place, I'll get me a bicycle, buy the bicycle, and just go everywhere with that bike, and I get exercise, plus I'm able to see the places. And then right before you leave, the bicycle maybe is hell, if you can pick them up for 80 to 100 bucks, okay? For 2 weeks at a time, or 3 weeks or a month, whatever you're there, take it and donate it to an orphanage. Man, no telling how much need they are for something like that. And just donate before you leave, or you can sell it for half price, you know, and it's still going to save you a ton of money traveling. I mean, these are some things that I've done for years, is taking local transportation. I would rather do that than get a rent-a-car, and then you get lost trying to find a place. And if you're in a country you can't speak the language, you're trying to ask him directions, and oh man, you throw your hands up, driving you nuts. These are easy ways to really cut back on costs and stuff, and it's the best way I have found out for myself, okay? And probably keep you and your wife, if you're married, out of arguments, because what happens is, you know, you get an argument over you're supposed to go this way or that way or whatever, and then you get lost. You get with a taxi driver, he knows the directions how to get there. You know, you don't have to mess with that. That's the easiest way to get things done. And then, like I said, negotiate. That's the best way to do it, okay? If you're getting things too, folks, like appliances and things like this, I'm going to tell you 3 places that are real good in St. Kitts, that are discount places. And if you go to these places, you can really get your costs down low, okay? You shop stuff, but TDC is one place I mentioned. Horsford's is another one. And I'll tell you another big discounter here on building supply and stuff, which TDC and Horsford's, they've got a building supply too, is you can go to Builder's Paradise, okay? Now, I will tell you the return policy on goods and stuff that you're turning back in is so much better with Horsford's and TDC than is with Builder's Paradise, okay? But Builder's Paradise as a whole generally is cheaper, but the return policy is pretty bad, okay? So you have to decide, you know, when you're shopping, which one you like there. I've mentioned to you before, our Walmart down here is a place called, I call it the Walmart of St. Kitts. It's Carabana. Really good prices. I got a belt on right now. I paid $3 US for it. Nice leather belt. I bought 3 of them from them. They've got really good stuff for incredibly cheap prices. And this is, and it's downtown. It's called Carabana. It's an Indian family that owns it, and they do a great job on, if you really want to get some really good prices, this is the place that I would go to. This is a store over here called Best Buy. They got another one called Rams. And Horsford's has a grocery store, and that's the same one I told you is the building supply also. And those are the 3 biggest grocery stores here, not just in St. Kitts, but also in Nevis also, okay? And they've also got, like, if you want to get large quantities of stuff, cash and carry is another one here. This is kind of like the Price Mart of St. Kitts. So you can get stuff in large quantities, real cheap. It's owned by Rams. So that's a good place to go if you want to get large quantities of stuff. Now, I would try to, when you're coming to St. Kitts, is what you'll find out is a lot of these duties that you end up paying, you can literally, if you learn this principle, remember there's no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. And St. Kitts has free government dental health care here for people that are citizens that are at least 60 years old or older. If you go in the hospital and you're a citizen, just about all your medical care, unless you get in a private room or semi-private room, is paid for if you're a citizen and you're 62 years old and up. And this is in a country with no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax, a property tax of 0.20% of whatever you're purchasing, which is almost nothing. 12 to 15 times less than what you pay on the property tax in New Jersey. Okay? So, and then they still offer all this free health care, which is really great. But remember, you got to be a citizen for that, again, okay? But that's a big benefit that you get. And then if you really want to cut back on the duty here, try to get around buying stuff new unless you buy around Christmas time, as I mentioned to you on those big sales. Because if you buy things used, you can get things 80% off. The duty is totally dissolved when you do that. And this is a good thing that you need to look for. Places, this is a KFC here. They got, you don't see them right here, this is a drive-through. They've got cars here all the time. And the one downtown, it's got, I've seen people exploding out the door. There's so many people, they love fried chicken, people here on the island. There was a Church's Fried Chicken here. Did not do as good as the Kentucky Fried Chicken, but there is no Kentucky Fried Chicken place in Nevis, so that's an idea for business opportunity if you're looking to do that. There is no Subway restaurants. Man, I wish they'd bring my Subway back. There's no Subway in St. Kitts or Nevis, and they really should have a Subway restaurant here. That's my favorite fast food restaurant, and it's just too bad they don't have one now. So if you're thinking about a restaurant business, I would put that on the top of your list, or either KFC in Nevis. I can tell you, you won't be able to put one in St. Kitts because I'm sure this other company probably has a monopoly on the St. Kitts region. But this is a great place to live, folks. You won't find any weather any better than St. Kitts. It's just incredible, the weather down here. So folks, if you want to learn more on this, go to our website, again, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.